Good, good morning. Good morning. Arkady, can we bring up the yellow a little bit? Can we bring it up just a little bit?
You may be seated. Good morning. You've really done it. You're all wearing your festive attire and our halls are decked. This must be our very special pageant, and it's our no rehearsal pageant. So that means we need all of you to help bring the story to life. I'm the Reverend Amy Friedman. I serve here as your Minister of Religious Education, and I am delighted to be sharing this Sunday morning with all of you. Yesterday, we had a very special event here. It is called our Holiday Craft Workshop, and many of you were wearing festive attire then too. You were wearing bells and you were helping our children make holiday crafts, and I want to express my gratitude for so many of you who brought the spirit of giving and delight into our community. I can still feel it, and maybe you can still smell the scent of gingerbread as well. Following the service, we have the worship sharing circle, and I want to welcome all those who are also on the service online. You can also attend that worship sharing circle online, and we will also be having coffee hour downstairs in the Parish Hall. And we're having a very special event today. It is our search committee is going to be offering a little bit of a report about what they learned about our congregation and about the information that's going out in our search for our next settled senior minister. Our standing committee representative today is Virginia Taylor. Virginia is waving right now. She's a wonderful, friendly person who's also serving as our Pastoral Care Associate of the Month. It's a wonderful person to talk to if you have questions about our community or things going on in your life that you need to share. She has that dual role this month, and we're so grateful, Virginia. All are welcome to join us for our Christmas Eve services, because if you didn't know, Christmas Eve is 1 week away. So next Sunday, we have a special fireside service at 10 a.m. down in the parlor. You're welcome to join our community for a lovely, cozy service. And then we're going to have a 4 o'clock candlelight service here in the sanctuary, and then another at 8 o'clock. There's different music and reflections in each service, and you are warmly welcome to join us for both of those. I'm saying this for myself as much as for you. Let's take a deep breath and arrive here. We are near the shortest day of the year. All the Hanukkah candles have already been lit. Winter solstice and Christmas are on their way. We are grateful for our ancestors who made our lives possible. May we feel the warmth of community, the embrace of the sacred, known by many names, and blessed by a presence here together. The Reverend Seth Carrier-Ladd, our interim senior minister, and his family are going to light our chalice and our Advent wreath this morning to begin our time together.
Good morning. Today, my family is joining me in lighting our chalice and Advent wreath. This is Elias and Mirabelle. Part of my family anyway. As many of you know, I have actually 4 children. We light our chalice this morning in celebration of the season and in recognition that every person, from our youngest baby to our eldest person, is an important and integral part of our beloved community. As we light our Advent candles, in this season of waiting, may they remind us to be fully present with ourselves and each other. Our first candle reminds us of peace, our second of hope, and today, for the first time, we light our third candle, which represents joy. May we find joy this holiday season in the gatherings and the celebrations and in the small moments of peace, quiet, and goodness as well. Let us join now in saying our holiday unison response, which is in your order of service and should also come up on the screens. There we go. I will light candles this season, candles of joy despite all sadness, candles of hope where despair keeps watch, candles of courage for fears ever present, candles of peace for tempest-tossed days, candles of grace to ease heavy burdens, candles of love to inspire all my living, candles that will burn all the year long.
You can join us if you want.
See the baby
born in a humble place, recognized by 3 humble kings, bringing joy and love to everyone. Amen. And every trial and compassion be your song.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Can you hear me? It sounds a little muffled to me, but okay. I am Reverend Paul Langston Daly. I'm the Minister for Social Action here at First Parish. My pronouns are he and him. And I want to introduce this morning our guest for introducing our Share the Plate. As members of this congregation, we share our collection every month or every week with an organization. And this week we are sharing it with KIND, which is Kids in Need of Defense. And Zubair Asilzai is someone who has benefited from KIND and will be sharing with us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Zubair. I leave my parents and family behind and came to USA from Afghanistan 2 years ago. When I was 17, I arrived with my cousins, the Hakimis surfers, of you giving us much support for which we are very grateful. Today I'm here to talk about KIND. Kids in Need of Defense. Tony Rodriguez introduced me to my KIND's attorney, Elizabeth Ahmadi, and she helped me with my asylum case. She met with my reading, complete the paperwork with me and help me my writing statement. She was very kind and well organized. When we meet at her office in Boston, she always gave me tea and cookies and even help me find a parking space. I expect to hear 3 to 4 months of I will get asylum and day. Many times I'm working full time, taking English class 4 days a week, and I've just moved to a new apartment with my friend Zaman. I'm so grateful, kind, for legal help and hope you will support this wonderful organization. Thank you.
We thank you for your generous contributions this morning for all that we do to care for those within these walls and beyond these walls. Thank you.
Hey, listen up, everyone. Be quiet, everyone. Shh. My name is Gabriel, and I love spilling the tea. Something totally awesome is going to happen today. Yes, it is. It's gonna be the talk of the land. I love being the one to bring big news to people. So, 9 months ago, I delivered some news to Mary, a young woman who lives in a town called Nazareth. Mary is a humble and gentle woman, and she's engaged to a carpenter called Joseph. They led a pretty ordinary life. Well, that's until I showed up. I told her that a very special baby will be born, but here's the cool part. She was going to be the one to give birth to the baby, and that she would be calling him Jesus, and I told her he's going to be on this earth to do the work of God's love. He will be God's son. So when I delivered this news to her, she was, well, let's just say, somewhat surprised, and a little bit frightened, and questioned how this could be. I told her not to be afraid, that everything's gonna be okay. The Holy Spirit would descend upon her, much as had happened with her cousin Elizabeth. Mary told me that she would do what was asked of her, even though she was frightened by the news. So that's when I took off and led her to talk to Jesus.
That is awe-inspiring news. We're all stunned. But we need a little organ music to recenter. Thank you, Eric, for that music. The organ almost sounds like all different instruments, doesn't it? We had echoing through our space. Before we have more pageant magic, we're going to take a moment to remember people in our community who are struggling, who need our support, and also to remember those in our lives who may be celebrating, that we bring with us in our hearts. We begin our time of prayer by acknowledging people of First Parish who've asked to be included in our pastoral list this morning. We are thinking of Jeff Lloyd, who needs a kidney and needs all the love and support of our community to navigate this challenge. Please keep Jeff in your thoughts and prayers and consider becoming an organ donor if you are eligible. Paula Adelson had a fall on Wednesday, fracturing her wrist. We send healing thoughts her way. And now we will have what's known as an embracing meditation. That's an opportunity for everyone, children and adults, to name people or places that are on your minds and hearts this morning that you carry with you into this meeting house, this sacred space. And so we turn to you to name people and places aloud into our common space. Let us join in a moment of silence for the healing of pain and the embrace of love. Blessed be. You know, before I was a minister, I was a children's theater director. So I really want to say, places, places, everybody, and flash the lights. But what we're about to tell is a story that is very ancient, a story that maybe you feel like you've heard before, but how we are about to tell it is brand new. This Christmas story is rooted in old tales of the winter solstice and ancient times in Europe. When the solstice came, our distant ancestors sometimes told stories of a miraculous child born to return us to the light. Throughout the world, people tell stories of a child born to a royal family or to an important, rich family who would grow up to lead humankind into a time of truth and justice.
The early Christians adapted these stories of miraculous births, but they added a twist to the old stories. Their miraculous child was not the son of a king, but was merely the son of a carpenter. He was not the son of a wealthy queen, but was instead the son of a woman whose only wealth was her wisdom and kindness in the world. And that Christian story has been told and retold so many times. Those early Christians began telling it so very many years ago. And this morning, we are going to recreate that old story, but we're going to give it a little twist of our own. Instead of just listening or watching the story, you're going to take part. We're inviting all of you to take part. So, as Amy said, try to forget everything you know about this story, everything that you've heard about this story. Try to forget all of that. Go in with fresh eyes and open minds. So let's be here in this moment now with the miracle that is the birth of a child, the birth of any child.
I want to see, do you have stars? Are there stars in the community here? Yes, I see some twinkling stars, fantastic. There is going to be a time later where we'll need you to help us create the night sky, so keep those stars handy. And I'm going to explain a little bit more in case you weren't here last year when we did this for the first time in this way. We have costumes and props that will enable us to bring this story to life. And we have helpers here from our holiday term of teachers, which we're so grateful for, as well as some teens that have offered to be of assistance too. And so when I mention a certain role and you want to take part, you come forward and they'll help you get a costume. And then we have Dawn and Peter who will also help so you know where to go at the right time.
Okay, this is the year when you finally get to live out any secret hope of being an angel, a shepherd, or the donkey, a very, very special role. Very popular role, one donkey. So you might have been wishing to do this since childhood. If you're an adult, now is your chance. Don't be shy. Come forward, please. This is all, we can do this all because of you all. You make this what it's going to be. So you can choose your role no matter your age, your gender identity. In our liberal religious community, we invite you all to be who you want to be.
That's right.
So you're all welcome to participate. And are you ready? Yes. Okay then, let's begin. If you wish, close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. Close your eyes for a minute. Take a breath and transport yourself to another time and another place. And imagine that a story is about to unfold, a brand new story that you've never heard. Now you can open your eyes.
There's beauty to be found in the darkness. Winter is a time of stillness and going deep within. So please remain seated and we'll join in the singing meditation. Beth will lead us in it. It is a solstice chant.
We'll start singing this together. The words should be on the screen. And we'll sing it many times. We might even go into a round. So just settle into this chant. I find my way through the cloak of darkness. Silently I go within. I find my way through the cloak of darkness, trusting dawn will come again. Darkness, come to me, into mystery. Darkness, come
Great. Now that the darkness is blessed, we are ready to tell the tale of this birth. We need Caesar Augustus to come forward, Emperor of Rome. Here is your laurel wreath and your scroll. And I'd also like to invite, and we put you right in the center, right forward center, perfect. We'd also like Mary and Joseph to get ready, and we need one person to be the donkey. And you can meet the helpers over there. Thank you. In those days, long, long ago, a decree went out from the Emperor Caesar Augustus, saying all the world should be registered so they can pay taxes to me. Caesar required that everyone must go to the town where they had been born to register. For some people, that meant a long journey. Joseph, a carpenter, had to go all the way from the town of Nazareth, and it's okay, they're still getting ready for a long journey, in Galilee to Judea to Bethlehem and the city of David. He went with Mary because she was expecting a child. They started on their long journey, traveling by day and through the night, their road lit only by stars. Caesar Augustus, you may put aside your proclamation. So you heard the word stars. Can you get your stars ready? The scene is going to be a starlit night. And so as Mary, Joseph, and the donkey pass you by, if you could particularly twinkle the stars, and you can put your laurel wreath down there too. And the First Parish Choir is going to lead us singing, Let Your Little Light Shine. You may sit. You can sit down, Hugh. Let your little light shine. Joseph and Mary knew it was not going to be easy, what with Mary almost ready to have her baby, but at least they had a donkey that Mary could ride on, and at least the twinkling stars made the road seem friendly. Thank you for your twinkling stars. You may take those home with you as a reminder of the beauty of the night sky. We are going to need, in the next part, some animals. So if you would like to help fill our stable with animals, that includes sheep and oxen, and I think we have a cat. That would be great if you could come forward now. When Joseph and Mary got to Bethlehem, they discovered there was no room at the inn. But the inn was the only place in town with a comfortable bed. So the only place Mary and Joseph could find to take shelter was in a stable that was cut into the side of a hill. And as soon as the animals are ready, not too many sheep though, because we need those some of those sheep with the shepherds, remember? We need them to come up here. So we need oxen, we need the cat, and we need the cow to come on up. Could have one sheep up here if you want, but some sheep need to come with shepherds later on. I'm glad you're getting ready. You can get ready in the front pew. So the gentle animals welcomed Mary and Joseph into their stable, and they settled in for the night to sleep there among the animals. Settle in to sleep, oxen. Great. There's more animals coming in for the night. Fantastic. And that very night, the time came for Mary to give birth. Mary, the baby's right there. When the baby was born in the stable, of course there was no cradle, but there was a very kind cow. And the cow was kind enough to lend her feeding trough. And Joseph and Mary laid their new baby in the manger among the hay. So in a moment, we are going to sing to welcome the baby. And I know we have some sheep, but those sheep, in order to keep to the path, need shepherds. So we need 4 shepherds to come forward to get their costumes, please. And while they're getting ready, let us all join in singing. Go Tell It on the Mountain. We'll sing verses 1 and 2. They will be on your screens. You look great. We have a bunch of sheep. Shepherds, you got it? You got this? It's very important to have shepherds because you do not want your sheep to be eaten by wolves. So I'd like all the sheep to come forward so people can see you, and I'd like all the shepherds to be nearby, and we're gonna send you down the aisle and all the way around, okay? So shepherds, you're gonna have to maybe use those crooks gently, please, but still. Well, you're the shepherd. That way. You wonder why I don't like to be called a shepherd as a Unitarian Universalist minister? You got it. In that region, there were shepherds who lived months at a time out in the fields, watching over their flocks by night. And they carefully tended their sheep, bringing them through the fields into green pastures so that they could feed, making sure no one wandered off. Remember those wolves? So on this night, as the shepherds stood watch in the fields, an angel stood before them, and this angel was truly magnificent. You can stand on the stool. Her divine beauty shone around the shepherds. And not surprisingly, the shepherds were terrified. Come closer, because you can't believe what you see, but you are scared. Fear and trembling. Come closer, please. The angel raised her hands above her with a grand proclamation saying, "Do not be afraid, for I have appeared to bring you good news of great joy for all people. To you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah. This will be a sign unto you. You will find a child wrapped in strips of cloth and lying in a manger." Now, I think the sheep might be a little afraid too. Is that true? A little afraid? So maybe some people in our congregation are like, wow, I missed out. I didn't get to be anything yet. This is your chance. You can be an angel and be part of the angel choir. You can come on up and get a halo and a cloak. This is your time. And we also need 3 wise people, King Herod, and someone to carry a star. And if you please come see the helpers over here to get ready. Thank you. So, we need to help the angels get ready by singing "Angels We Have Heard on High," verses 1 and 2. Please rise as you're able. The congregation may be seated. Do you notice it's getting a little crowded up there? But guess what? We need the sheep and the shepherds to join the celebration. Can you come on up? And animals, can you welcome your friends, the sheep, and they come on into your stable, please? Upon hearing the message and the songs of the angel choir, the shepherds said to one another, "This is amazing. Let us go up to Bethlehem and actually see the baby that the first angel told us about." Being good shepherds, they also brought their sheep, And so the shepherds went to Bethlehem, and there they found Mary and Joseph and the new baby, just as the angel had told them. The shepherds leaned in close to see the mother and child, and the mother actually showed them her beautiful newborn baby. As for Mary, she already knew that her baby was wonderful, but she listened carefully to what the shepherds said and treasured all that she heard in her heart. Everyone was excited by the wonder of the new birth, and they prayed and hoped that what the angel said would come true, that there would be peace on earth and goodwill for all people, even those lowly shepherds. So next, we need the wise people. Would you please make your grand entrance? As scholars, the Magi, or wise people, oh, no, not there yet, just over here, not there yet. Got to journey you there, almost, but not yet. This is the shortened version. As scholars, the Magi studied the movements of the stars. They also studied the sacred texts, like the Hebrew Scriptures, which foretold the coming of the Messiah, who would fill the world with love and peace. So they had to go visit King Herod. Do we have King Herod ready? Oh, we got to get King Herod ready. Yes, that'd be great. Oh, the crown's over here. Oh, it's missing. Okay, we got a fill-in crown. Perfect. Got a good crown. Make yourself as tall as possible, please. You are powerful, I know, but we're just making you a little taller. Excellent. All right, we're ready. They traveled to the most logical destination, the capital city of Israel. And they visited King Herod and asked, "Where is the child who has been born the King of the Jews?" They had heard a prophecy, and now they observed his star in the skies, and they came to bring him gifts. The Magi learned from King Herod about a prophecy which had been spoken long ago, that the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. So he pointed the way to Bethlehem. So they're following the bright star, and as they do so, we're going to encourage them on their way by rising in body and spirit and singing the first verse of "We Three Kings of Orient Are." Wonderful. Please be seated. The wise men followed the star to the stable where the newborn child was lying in the cow's manger. And we're going to pass the star to one of the angels so it can go way above the stable. There we go. Perfect. When they entered the stable and saw the newborn child, they were overwhelmed with joy. They knelt down and worshiped him. They brought gifts of gold, because crowns of kings were made of gold, and frankincense and myrrh, because myrrh was what the oil used to anoint kings at the time. And all the people and all the animals surrounded the new parents with love and community as they started their journey into parenthood. Okay, we're going to pause here, right here. This is for the story for now, and the biblical scholar in me is going to resist telling you about the ways that we've combined different biblical texts to create this scene. And I'm going to ask all of you, with your sparkle and your costumes, to lean in and look at that baby. And freeze! Look at this scene. It is an amazing night. With stars and angels and shepherds and wise persons and animals, and they're all admiring one baby who's just been born. Can we see that baby a little bit more? There it is. Now, we all know there's something about a newborn baby that makes us all go, oh. But for a people who lived under oppressive Roman rule, the birth of this child brought hope to a hurting world. Will this be the child who brings peace? And I want you to also imagine for a moment, if this was a stable, if this was actually a stable, it would be a lot smellier. Right? That's part of the story. Bringing the shepherds inside too. Smelly. He hasn't showered in 2 months, he said. But that is important for us to remember, for as beautiful as this tableau is, what makes this story told and retold, and it'll be told again next year, is that the holy enters in the most unexpected place. And so I invite all of you and all of you to remember that when you least expect it, something special is going to happen. Only if you have room in your heart to embrace it. And I want us to look around at each other. We, you and I, we are the ones who are responsible for making sure the world is a better place. As Unitarian Universalists, this is our message, our Christmas message. You and I, we are responsible for making sure the world is a better place for all the babies who are born, and for raising those babies into a community of love and peace, a place where they can thrive and grow and be their whole selves, so they can all be who they were born to be. So I want to thank you all for bringing the Nativity play to life this year, and I want to remind you to keep on your costumes. We're not going to hang them up until after the organ postlude. But I am going to invite you to go back to your seats while we all join in singing Joy to the World. You did a great job.
Friends, King Herod tells me that you shouldn't read anything into me wearing the crown. No point. But we're gathered here today to celebrate the holiday season, to feel all the feelings, to celebrate this story, and to reflect upon the depth of our lives together. We have done that, we have celebrated, and let us carry this joy out into the world. Let's say now our words of benediction together. Go out into the world in peace. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings. Go and be blessed and be a blessing.